Have you ever heard of a country with a capital city made almost entirely of white marble? Or a place with a giant fiery crater that's been burning for over 50 years, nicknamed the Gates of Hell? Welcome to Turkmenistan, one of the most mysterious and fascinating countries on Earth. It's a land of vast deserts, ancient history, and futuristic cities. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on this secretive nation. So, grab your virtual passport and let's embark on an incredible journey to the heart of Central Asia. Turkmenistan is located right in the middle of Central Asia, a region that has been a crossroads of civilizations for millennia. To the north, it shares borders with Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. To the southeast, it's bordered by Afghanistan, and to the southwest by Iran. On its western side, it has a long coastline along the Caspian Sea, the world's largest inland body of water. This strategic location has shaped its history, culture, and even its modern-day politics, making it a key player in the region, connecting east and west. The vast majority of the country is covered by the Karakum Desert, which translates to black sands. This massive desert landscape defines much of Turkmenistan's geography and has historically been home to nomadic tribes who mastered the art of survival in this harsh environment. The capital city is Ashgabat, and it's unlike any other capital you've ever seen. It holds a Guinness World Record for having the highest concentration of white marble buildings in the world. Imagine strolling through streets lined with gleaming white palaces, government buildings, and apartment blocks, all adorned with gold accents. It's a surreal, almost futuristic cityscape rising out of the desert. The city was almost completely rebuilt after a devastating earthquake in 1948 and under the country's first president. It was transformed into this showcase of monumental architecture. You'll find grand monuments, pristine parks, and elaborate fountains everywhere, often with very few people around, adding to the city's unique and slightly eerie atmosphere. So, who lives in this remarkable country? The population of Turkmenistan is around 6 million people, making it one of the least densely populated countries in Asia. The majority of the population, about 85%, are ethnic Turk. The Turkmen people have a rich nomadic heritage, and they are famous for their hospitality, their incredible hand-woven carpets, and their prized aquatique horses, a breed known for its speed, endurance, and distinctive metallic sheen. Besides the Turkmen, there are also minority groups, including Uzbeks and Russians, who mostly live in the urban areas. This mix of cultures adds another layer to the country's social fabric, though the Turkmen identity remains central to the nation. The official language is Turkmen, which is a Turkic language closely related to Turkish and Azerbaijani. If you know any of those languages, you might be able to pick up a few words. However, because of its history as part of the Soviet Union, Russian is still widely spoken and understood, especially in the cities and among the older generation. It often serves as the language of interethnic communication. So, if you were to visit, knowing a few phrases in Russian could be very helpful. The local currency is the Turkmen manat. Getting your hands on it can be a bit of an adventure in itself, as the official exchange rate can be very different from the market rate, a common feature in closed economies. Now, let's talk about some of the must-see sites. Of course, there's Ashgabat, with its marble grandeur. But the real star of the show for many travelers is the Darvaza Gas Crater, better known as the Gates of Hell. Located in the middle of the Karakum Desert, this giant, fiery pit is the result of a Soviet-era gas drilling accident in 1971. A drilling rig collapsed into a natural gas cavern, and to prevent the spread of methane gas, geologists set it on fire, expecting it to burn out in a few weeks. Well, it's still burning more than 50 years later. Seeing it at night is an unforgettable experience, blazing inferno lighting up the desert sky. It's a powerful and slightly terrifying symbol of nature's immense power. Beyond the desert and the modern capital, Turkmenistan is also home to ancient wonders. The historical site of Merv was once one of the great cities of the Islamic world, a major stop on the Silk Road. It was known as the Queen of the World before it was destroyed by Genghis Khan's son in the 13th century. Today, you can walk among the ruins of this vast archaeological park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and imagine the bustling caravans and scholarly life that once thrived here. Another incredible site is Konya Yurgench, also a UNESCO site, which was the capital of the Khwarezmian Empire. Its remaining minarets and mausoleums are stunning examples of Islamic architecture and artistry. Turkmen culture is deeply rooted in its traditions. The Turkmen carpet is more than just a floor covering. It's a work of art and a national symbol. Each tribe has its own distinct pattern, or gil, and these designs are even featured on the national flag. The skill of carpet weaving is passed down through generations of women. Another cultural cornerstone is the Celtic horse. These horses are a source of immense national pride, celebrated in festivals, and even featured on the state coat of arms. They are considered one of the oldest and purest horse breeds in the world, perfectly adapted to the harsh desert climate. Life in Turkmenistan is quite different from what most of us are used to. It's often described as one of the most isolated countries in the world. The government maintains tight control over information, and access to the internet is limited and censored. Tourism is also heavily regulated. Most visitors need to be on a guided tour with a government-approved agency, which means you can't just freely wander around. This is why the country remains so enigmatic to the outside world. However, despite these restrictions, the people are known for their warmth and generosity. If you get the chance to interact with locals, you'll often be met with incredible hospitality, a tradition that goes back to their nomadic roots of welcoming strangers in the desert. The country's economy is heavily dependent on its vast natural gas. Reserves-It has the fourth largest reserves in the world. This wealth is what funds the grand construction projects in Ashgabat and allows the government to provide its citizens with heavily subsidized utilities like water, electricity, and natural gas, which were free for many years. However, this reliance on a single commodity also presents economic challenges, especially when global energy prices fluctuate. The government is trying to diversify the economy, but it's a slow process. So, what's the verdict on Turkmenistan? It's a country of stark contrasts. You have the futuristic, almost sterile environment of Ashgabat, set against the raw, untamed beauty of the Karakum Desert. You have ancient ruins that speak of a glorious past, and a modern political system that keeps the country largely closed off from the world. It's not an easy place to visit, but for the adventurous traveler, it offers a truly unique and eye-opening experience. It's a journey back in time and into a different reality. A place that challenges your perceptions and leaves a lasting impression. From the fiery gates of hell to the marble city of Ashgabat, Turkmenistan is a land of wonder, mystery, and deep-seated tradition. Thank you so much for joining me on this virtual tour of Turkmenistan. It's a country that definitely deserves more attention. If you found this journey as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most interesting places. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever been to Turkmenistan? Or is it on your travel list? Let me know. Until next time, keep exploring.